Jai Shri Mataji, dear brothers and sisters, let's do a collective namaskar and collectively raise our Kundalini with full attention. Let's try and have a very powerful attention at the very beginning of the meditation and do the bandhan with complete grace of Mother Mahalaxmi. Namaskar Kundalini.
very much worshipped in this country. Today, we are going to worship the Mahalaxmi, which I think is very much worshipped in this country, where they worship her as Maria. And also there's a Swambhu of Maria you must have seen. And also there was an apparition of her. First I never believed that it could be, but then after feeling the vibrations, now I know it was true, that she did appear here in an apparition. She appeared before me also, you must have seen in a photograph. This is the principle by which you have risen to this state. The central path of your ascent is created by Mahalaxmi power for the Kundalini to rise. In the temple of Mahalaxmi in Kolhapur, they always sing the song of Udo Udo Ambe. So I asked the people there, why do you sing Ambe's song in Mahalaxmi's temple? So they said that we don't know why we do it. But is it wrong? I said no. Because only in the Mahalaxmi channel, Kundalini can rise. And Kundalini is the Amba. That's how, you see, they understood and they were really amazed that I explained it very well. Because from ancient times, this song has been sung there. And they never knew why this song is sung. Coming to the point of Mahalaxmi, we have to understand what does it do, what is help, is that this Mahalaxmi channel or the Mahalakshmi's powers have created within us a proper balance, a proper route for Kundalini to rise. Left and right has been balanced, and she is the one who creates and makes a wider path for Kundalini to rise. This is the path of compassion and love. Through that compassion and love, she creates this path because she knows that if the path is not wide enough, the Kundalini cannot rise. Ultimately, one reaches a state where you start seeking, and when you start seeking, your Mahalakshmi principle has been awakened. That is awakened, and sometimes it is very strong. Then you start seeking in a mad way. I'm sorry to say that many are already lost in seeking. But there are so many who have now come to the right path and to the right ascent. The another thing this Mahalakshmi principle does is to allow the Kundalini's power to go to different chakras also, to make a way to different chakras and corrects all the chakras. She is a very flexible force, I should say, which guides the Kundalini into different chakras, and she understands which chakra needs the help of the Kundalini. So you must have seen that when the Kundalini rises, how she pulsates, where she goes, where she shows the need is of your awakening. All this works out because she is full of compassion and love that you should get your absolute truth. We have many problems as it is, you know, in Sahaja Yoga, because when people are ascending, they carry on with them some of their past stones and they cannot climb. They try, then they fall. They try, then they fall. Then they go up again, they fall. But today I'm going to tell you about what is the state one has to achieve. As Sri Krishna has said it in the Gita, describes Sthitapragya, the second chapter, but it's very difficult to understand him. It is not so clear-cut as your mother is. So people don't understand what he's saying. Can you close the... And they ask a question, how? How do you reach that state of Sthitapragya? How do you get to that stage? But Ganeshwara, when he wrote his Ganeshwari, he called it as the Sahaja Sthiti, means the state of Sahaja. He didn't call Sthitapragya. He called it as Sahaja Sthiti, meaning the state of Sahaja. So he describes the Sahaja in a very beautiful manner and very subtle. Of course, Ganeshwara also very few people understand, I think. A person who reaches that state is like a mirror. And so many faces pass over that mirror. So many look into that mirror. So many decorate in front of the mirror. But mirror is the same as it is. So the person who is a Sthitapragya or the person who is Sahaja is not bothered about what is facing him, who is facing whom, where he is. He stays within himself. He contains within himself. Like the sun. If the sun plays with his different rays, he is not lost. All the rays again return to him. In the same way, all the senses that we have, all the senses that are there do play around. But for a person who is in a Sahaja state, it doesn't matter, it makes no difference. He is not involved, he just plays around. Again, all of them come back. This is the state you all have to achieve. Then you are really Sajogis. But I still find people lost getting money out of Sajoga, some people lost getting out of leaderships, some are lost in getting jealousies and envies and all that. So that means a lot of work has to be done still within. There is no need to work as such if you leave everything. That's why I always say meditate, because when you meditate, what happens that all these things that are pulling you down are finished. Gradually they disappear because you become yourself. You get content by yourself. And you are never bored. I am never bored. I don't know what boring word means, you see. When it is with you or alone, I never get bored. What is there to get bored? If you are not involved into anything, you never get bored. Another thing is you rise above all these things like greed. Now people who are greedy are still involved, making money here, making money there, all that thing. Those people who are still full of lust are still organizing some things like that. But in a Sahasthiti, you just watch. You are just a witness. You are not lost into anything that is pulling you down. This state is not difficult to achieve for you at all because you have crossed over your mind. Now all these things come to you through your mind. I have already said that mind is a myth, which you must accept. Myth is that this mind gives you ideas. Some people think, yes, mother, but What's mother? But. This but is coming from your brain, from your mind. The brain is reality, but not the mind. The mind says but, and then you start feeling very depressed sometimes, unhappy. Because some people feel even bad because they are very good people that there are so few Sahajyogs. Doesn't matter. Just watch. And this watching state, this witness state, is the Sahaja sthiti. In that you become so subtle, you become yourself, meaning so subtle that nothing can disturb you, nothing can change you. Now see the nature as it is. You know there are 92 elements. And 92 elements, none of them can be, say for example, you cannot make silver into gold, gold into silver. The atoms are so arranged that they have certain valencies. And apart from atom, even molecules are so arranged that they have their own structure. You cannot change. If you try to change, then you create bombs, atomic bomb, this bomb. It's absolutely destructive. It's only human beings who can change, who can transform. Now look at the blessings that you are a human being and you can be transformed and you can be made into a new element, that is the self. This is the speciality of human being. But if somebody, there is false guru or somebody, he tries to do something, you'll explode. I've seen people who have been to false gurus, they still faint, they still have problems, they still get trouble more than people who have been without them. They are also all right now, much of them are improved. But this is one thing one should understand, that in one way, when you are analyzing and when you are breaking an atom or you are breaking a molecule and trying to transform, it explodes. It doesn't work out. The other way round is that when you try to synthesize, then you can form anything in the nature. Like this is now being brought out by synthesizing. This plastic is created by synthesizing. Matter can be synthesized and can be brought together. And human beings have to get synthesized also. They can be synthesized better than matter because they change, they transform. Now, for example, there is gold. You make gold into ornaments, make into anything. It remains all the time gold. Gold is gold. It is there. It is not that by changing them into ornaments, it changes. Its element is there, gold is there. But for human beings, they get transformed. When they are synthesized, this is a very big difference between the matter and the nature and human being. Matter, nature are different absolutely from human beings. Human beings, once they are transformed, it's like a living process. They become like flowers. But still, it is not that you see in the nature. It's not the same as you see in the nature because nature doesn't have a mind. It doesn't have a mind. It just is under the control of the divine or nature that is working out that way. But here you are under your own control. Here you can control yourself. In this synthesis which is going inside you, what you find that you are completely in control of yourself. You know what is happening to you. Now you start seeing yourself separating from all these things. Some people come and tell me, Mother, see, my ego is very bad. You just take it out. He sees his ego. He sees what is the problem is. Somebody says, Mother, my navi is very bad, I'm still busy with the money. He sees it. First starts the knowledge about yourself. We call as self-knowledge. But one has to even go beyond self-knowledge. By that knowledge, what do? We have to see. When you have the knowledge, first we say there's no knowledge. People have no knowledge, they're ignorant, there's darkness, all that. Now the light has come, you can see. You can know what's wrong with you. Now you start separating yourself from all those things that you see as wrong with you. You see them getting out. So many nonsensical things there are. Like we have jealousies, envy, greed, and lust. I mean, it's horrible things to say on a Diwali function. See? So the Diwali is that one by one, so many lights are enlightened. And you start seeing it first. First you start seeing what is wrong with it. And then as you see it, you don't want it. Then you work out to get rid of it, to become clean. Now this also knowledge disappears. You don't have to have any knowledge. You are there. You are there. There is no need to know about your chakras, you are just there. At that stage, nothing matters. You become just like a stone, I can say. Stone with a brain intact and a heart intact and a liver intact. You just don't mind anything. Don't get upset with anything. You just enjoy the love and compassion. That's true. And the ripples that come back to you. Even that is lost after some time, and you are just nothing but Sahaja. That is the state people achieved. In those days, they achieved the state. But with that, what lacking happened, that get lost. They all got lost. They couldn't do anything to others. One person getting it, becoming great, finished. Or two persons at the most. So, now Sahaja Yoga stands first of all at the knowledge state, where you have the knowledge. First, you should first of all have full knowledge about yourself. The self-knowledge should be complete. Then in the third stage, we should say that when the knowledge is full, you should get rid of all those things that you know about yourself, which are useless, which are hampering your progress, which you know is wrong. Like I see some dirt falling on my sari, I'll just clean it out like that. Then you start separating yourself into that Sahaja state. But still, in Sahaja Yoga, you develop another dimension, which is collective consciousness. That is the modern Sahaja Yoga. In the olden days, they didn't have this. So they just all got lost. Now you have collective consciousness. And in that collective consciousness, you start feeling others, feeling for others, compassion for others, and you start working out for others. In that also, sometimes, when you are working around, you think how much money I can make, what I can achieve as a leader, or some sort of thing is still there. But this collective consciousness starts growing. When it starts growing, then you become, as I said, drop in the ocean means complete ocean. You become complete ocean. So the ocean has its own maryadas. It doesn't bother. It has to live with its maryadas, lives with its maryadas. It doesn't want to cross any boundaries, all right. Accept it. It will not cross its boundaries. In the same way, it happens that you are very self-contained. You are not selfish, but you become very self-contained. You are contained within yourself. I know many Sahajogis are angry that I have not punished many horrible people who have been troubling Sahaja. I don't have to bother. There's Param Chaitanya which is doing a lot of work. Let it look after. Why should I bother about anyone? You see, after all, things are working out, so why to interfere? My job is just to watch, just to see. That's sufficient. There's no need for me to kill anybody in this lifetime or to destroy. They are destroyed by themselves. I've told you that I need not expose people, but whichever country I go, I find people get exposed. I run away from there, really, sometimes, thinking that God knows what is more is going to come. Even little attention on any country, it just works out. Even without my knowledge, oh my God, I said, when did I do that? So, one has to become, of course, he becomes the power of divine love, no doubt. He becomes the power of divine love, but he doesn't handle it. Left to this divine power, which it's working, which is also separated from me. You'll be surprised. I am alone. Absolutely alone. Even this power is separated from me, but his power knows what is good for human beings, what is good for Sahaja. It works on its own. I don't interfere. It's a reflex action. Believe me, it's a reflex action. Maybe you might say, Mother, you have made it, oh, all right, whatever it is. But I don't interfere with it. I don't have to tell anything to it. It just works, and it's working so well. I'll give an example. Once in England, long time back, they said, Mother, we want to have a very long summer. I said, why do you want to ask such things? No, Mother, we must have a long summer, very long summer, very... 3-4 times they said it, and it was a very long, horrible summer in London. And it's not like India where we have air conditioning, fans, something we have, at least hand fans. There was nothing there. So we didn't know. We had a little gallery, we used to sleep in that. So we went to the shop in England and we asked in London city for a fan. So they said, all right, after 3 months, you order us. After 3 months, when it will be very cold, they will give us the fan. So they said, we don't want any fans. So my daughter sent 2 fans by plane. And that's how we managed. You see, Indians, we feel very hot because we have had a lot of sun in our country. We feel much hotter than any one of you. The way you sit in the sun, we can't understand. In India, they used to say an Englishman and a mad dog can only go in the sun. So, our situation is like that we cannot go in the sun because we have had too much. And this summer, she was so tremendous, that after that one thing good happened, that ochre color appeared on the leaves, and then gradually the red and all that of the autumn season was best at that time. And then one Sahajogi dreamt that Mother asked me to drive in her backyard. So he told everybody that Mother has been asking me to drive in the backyard. So I telephoned to him. So I didn't know he had dreamt like that can you come along for a while? I want to go and see this autumn all over England. So he came and we were driving miles together. And then they told me, Mother, it was so, he told us that was my backyard. Can you imagine that she was driving for miles together, beautiful, just like Canada. The whole England was filled with beauty of autumn. So even if there's something like that happens, it is compensated. It is compensated. And so beautiful it was. All the people were out in the autumn to see the beautiful colors of the nature, of different greenery, yellow, ochre, all kinds of colors were there. Surprisingly, in that country you'd never see all that. And because of the sun shining so bright, it was compensated. It was compensated by this Param Chaitanya. So the Param Chaitanya is looking after this. All these things are managed by Param Chaitanya. I am doing nothing. I am a Nishkriya. I am just sitting down and watching. To me, nothing matters. You see, it's working out slowly and steadily. If you tell me something, supposing they said, Mother, we prayed to you and it happened. All right, maybe these people must have heard around me, not me. You see, and they must have done the job. And for that, then, I'm not responsible. In no way. Like one lady in Mexico had a son, was very sick and was about to die. She wrote a letter to me, 3 letters she wrote, that my son is going to die, he's a young fellow studying in Harvard. I didn't do anything, I never wrote to her. 4th letter came that he's completely cured. Now I didn't do that because I was just sitting in one place. And how is it? It has worked out. So everything, you see, you think I do is not done by me, is done by this Param Chaitanya. Because I am also separated from him, completely, absolutely separated. So they say, you pray now. You can pray. If you pray to these deities that are around, you pray to all these ganas and all that, not to me. Because I have nothing to do with it. You see, they don't tell me that I have to do this or I have to do that. So why should I tell them do this or do that? It is like that. And in that state only we can say you are in a Sahaja state, where you don't desire anything, you don't want anything. I do everything, all kinds of things I am doing. Like the sun is doing, I am also doing, in the sense that I am looking after things, flowers, this, that. I am also receiving presents from you, I am receiving this from you. And then, see, I don't receive anything. I don't have anything. I have no interest in it. But you want to give for your joy, all right, have it. You want to put flowers, all right, you can have flowers. Even if these flowers are not, makes no difference to me as a person, I am saying. But as your mother, I love you. All of you, I love you. But I don't do anything as such to love you. And everybody says, Mother, you love us so much. When? When did I love you? I never even kissed you. But you always say, I love you very much. So what is this? Who is working it out? This is something which is not me, beyond me. This is the state in which once we rise, we will call it a Sahaja Sthiti. In the Sahaja Sthiti, you think you are doing nothing. Everything is working out. But at this stage, if I tell you, say, oh, we are not doing anything. Why should we spread Sahaja Yoga? It's not our job. Just now. That's not your sthiti. That's why. So you have to rise up to that state. That's only possible when you are in the knowledge state, where you have self-knowledge, the knowledge of the whole world. But if you go beyond knowledge, then you must have seen many a times I just say something. I just say something and it is there. I never feel vibrations of anyone or anything. I don't feel my kundalini either, nor any chakras, nothing. But I know automatically like a computer. But that computer also I am not. That's the trouble. It's difficult to explain to you what is this sthiti is, because you have to achieve it. Once you achieve it, then you are in a very subtle state. And that subtle state is nothing but bliss. But that bliss also you cannot enjoy. I don't know how to enjoy everything. Supposing now you say Jai Mataji. I forget even you are calling me. I also say Jai Mataji, finished. See, it is such a simple thing one has to understand, that the state in which one has to rise is a state where without doing anything, everything works out. If that is your state, all right, but it's not so. So you have to rise up to that state by doing. First you have to do it. First you have to know, and then knowledge has no need. Don't have to know. But first that has to be worked out and brought to that level. Now Diwali has this significance that on Diwali day what we do, we put lights all over. so that we put Sahaja everywhere. But does the light know about itself? Does the candle knows about itself? She enlightens everything, but she doesn't know. Like the moon, which is giving moonlight, does it know itself? Does he enjoy? Nothing. In the same way, it happens that on a Diwali day, what you are doing is enlightening people, you are enlightening them, you are doing all this for them. It's a good idea. You must do it. But also know that you have to become the lamp yourself, which doesn't know yourself. So there are two messages. The first one is that we have to enlighten the world. We have to enlighten others. This is the first one. Then we have to become that which is the light itself, and light itself doesn't know. Yesterday you were singing, you are the light, you are this thing. All right, so what? I was just saying, yes, if I am the light, I don't know myself. That's the state where you don't know you are the light. You just don't know that. It doesn't come into your head. Even so many times you have sung, you have said, 1,000 names there are, everything, but it doesn't come into my head that this is me you are talking about. Now, when I say this, I don't know how you will react. Because human beings are queer birds, you see. You tell them something, maybe that your ego might come up and you say, yes, yes, I am also just the same. There are many who came like that I am higher than Mataji. Baba, maybe, I don't know. There are many who said that I am Kalki. Nowadays there's one fellow going around saying I am Kalki, I am this, I am that. All right, doesn't matter. You be that. Very good idea.
Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's sit comfortably and open our consciousness to the bigger self, to the higher self, to the more collective being, so that we integrate above Saswara as the collective being, so that we automatically are collectively sit in the same divine meditation room. We are completely one. Our consciousness and inner strength are combined. Let's put both hands on the floor. Today we will be working primarily through our collective attention in order to establish this state of Chitta Pragya, where we go beyond everything and we just are the Sakshi, the witness, where we become like a stone full of detachment, complete detachment, complete witness. Both hands on the floor. Let's balance ourselves before getting into the actual meditation. Shri Ganesh mantra with complete focus at the center of planet Earth, where the Lord Ganesh resides. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Adibhumi Devi, one time. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adibhumi Devi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Complete surrender to the Lord Ganesh in Mother Earth, to his power of innocence, of chastity. Complete surrender to the Lord Ganesh so that he can truly remove all the obstacles at any level in our collective consciousness, in our collectivity, and at any level in all the yogis of all the world. And through that surrendering, we also surrender not only our being, but also our channels. The right channels with complete ego is surrender. The balloon of ego is totally surrender to Mother Earth. With complete mind, complete right side, with all the actions, reactions, every single thought is absorbed on the right side. On the left side, all the superego, the balloon of superego, all the past, all the sicknesses, the vibratory pollutions, possessions, negativities, all the viruses, all the sadness, depressions, and negative emotions are completely absorbed and surrendered to Mother Earth. Let's feel the tension in our being. It's a subtle tension while right side and left side are being absorbed at the same time by Mother Earth. Let's feel both sides being absorbed simultaneously by Mother Earth, completely absorbed. Our heads must become very light and we must become very relieved in our being. Let's now add the central channel to the left side and right side. All the vibratory pollution in our chakras, all the possessions, the darkness that are covering our being, our central channel, that are preventing the Ambe Kundalini to rise, complete, strong, wide, very, very powerfully in us. Everything that is preventing Mother Kundalini and our chakras to really pulsate, radiate in their full potential, we surrender all that to Mother Earth. So let's feel the three channels being cleared out, our whole being being cleared out. All our auras are cleansed, cleared, everything just become lighter, more powerful, more brighter, and all the heaviness goes into Mother Earth. Let's keep attention above Sasvara and just watch. Let's try and really develop our witness state where we just watch beyond Sasvara. There is no effort to put. Just let's have that focus on just watching the three channels being cleared, us being completely collective, completely surrendered, with the complete desire to become and to be the self, the spirit, only the spirit. We just surrender every other desire. Now both hands on the lap. Shri Ganesha one time. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Attention is very high above Sahasrara. Let's focus on the Lord Ganesh in his complete actual form. His huge primordial form is in our attention. Let's collectively keep a very high attention above Sahasrara and complete focus on the Lord Ganesh.
एकदन्तं महाकायं तप्तकाञ्चनसन्निभं लम्बोदरं विशालाक्षं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् मौञ्जीकृष्णाजिनधरं नागयज्ञोपवीतिनं बालेन्दुसुकलामौलिं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् अम्बिकारदयानन्दं मातृभिः परिवेष्टितं भक्तिप्रियं मदोन्मत्तं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् चित्ररत्नविचित्राङ्गं चित्रमालाविभूषितं चित्ररूपधरं देवं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् गजवक्त्रं सुरश्रेष्ठं कर्णचामरभूषितं पाशाङ्कुशधरं देवं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् मूषकोत्तममारुह्य देवासुरमहाहवे योद्धुकामं महावीर्यं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् यक्षकिन्नरगन्धर्वसिद्धविद्याधरैः सदा स्तूयमानं महाबाहुं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् सर्वविघ्नहरं देवं सर्वविघ्नविवर्जितं सर्वसिद्धिप्रदातारं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम्
Let's open our awareness to the Lord Ganesh as the source of auspiciousness. Let's just wonder in our attention, what does it mean as the source of auspiciousness? As everything that is auspicious is what emits vibrations. Let's truly surrender to the Lord Ganesh as the source of this auspiciousness so that we become completely one with Him and we become truly auspicious. Let's surrender to the Lord Ganesh everything that is still not pure in us, everything that is still preventing our Muladhara chakra to be strong, to be powerful, to be global, to be really auspicious. Everything that is preventing us to emit auspiciousness. let's do the extra attention effort to completely surrender all the obstacles in our life to the Lord Ganesh. All the obstacles, all the hurdles, all the difficulties. Let's surrender the complete set of obstacles that all the yogis of the world are living. That Sahaja is living as Vishwa Nirmala Dharma, all the obstacles that are preventing the true advent of Vishwa Nirmala Dharma. We surrender them to the Lord Ganesh. We surrender all the seekers of the world, the true seekers that are looking for the true knowledge and the real capacity to become connected to the divine. We surrender to the Lord Ganesh all the people that are preventing yogis to be truly in their full power to be collective, people that are just troubling yogis. All the people that are troubling the children of the Devi, all the situations that are troubling the children of the Devi. Now complete focus on Mother Kundalini, on the Amba, Shri Adi Kundalini Mata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Kundalini Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's watch Mother Kundalini rise and completely enlighten the central channel, the channel of Mother Mahalaxmi, Shri Mahalaxmi Ganesha Mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalaxmi Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's establish ourselves truly in that state which is beyond Sasvara, beyond the superior chakras, Bindu Arda Bindu Valaya, which is beyond everything that is above our head, just in complete union with Devi, with Sadashiva, with all the enlightened souls that are meditating on our mother and that are truly in the Sthita Pragya state, complete detachment, complete surrender, complete union. Let truly experience that state by having a complete focus on the Devi, complete focus on Shrimataji, and complete surrender. We just relax, give up everything from within, everything that is still has not been surrendered from ego, from mind, from superego, emotions, fear, anything that is still left behind is truly surrendered to Devi. Attention is very, very high above Sahasrara in the divine kingdom, complete divine kingdom. Let's open our awareness to that region where all is peace, all is bliss. The light is like 1 billion of sun in one, shining through. But at the same time, very soothing, very recomforting, very comforting. Let's be in that state where we are one with the purest of the purest, the highest of the highest, the deepest of the deepest, the widest of the widest, where we are the spirit. Let's collectively save that state of meditation in our attention, where we are just witness, where we are just one with the Devi, with all the deities, so that we can come back to that that stage, that state of meditation easily, to go even deeper and deeper in our meditations. Let's just check ourselves and see in the state in which we are when we are in the bliss of the meditation, so that we can come back to that state that state of meditation easily. Each time we close our eyes, we automatically come into that state and stage of meditation, where we are collective, where we are united with the Devi, where we are beyond Sasvara, beyond collective Sasvara, in the realm of the divine, and truly surrendered. Collective Namaskar, Kundalini.